The scream on the baby monitor wasn't my son's. It was a woman's voice, calm and cold, saying, "He's the right age. Get the bag ready." I dropped the wine glass. My husband was already sprinting for the stairs, and I followed, my bare feet slapping the hardwood, my heart slamming so hard I could feel it in my teeth. Our son's room was at the end of the hall, door closed the way we'd left it. My husband didn't knock. He kicked it open. A man stood by the crib, gloved hands already lifting our 15-month-old, and a woman crouched at the window with a duffel bag unzipped on the sill. For a second, nobody moved. Then the man turned, and the porch light caught his face, and my husband made a sound I had never heard him make before. Not fear, recognition. "Dale," he whispered. The man froze with our son still in his arms. "Didn't think you'd be home this early," he said, like this was an inconvenience and not a kidnapping in progress. I lunged for my baby and the woman grabbed my wrist, twisting it hard enough that I cried out. "Easy," Dale said. "Nobody wants this to get ugly. We just need what's owed." "Owed?" My husband's voice cracked. "You don't know him. Put him down." "I know him fine," Dale said. "Better than you'd like. Ask him about the storage unit on 5th. Ask him whose name is on the lease." My husband went pale in a way I'd never seen. I looked between them, my son reaching his small arms toward me, whimpering, and something in my chest turned to ice. "What is he talking about?" I asked. My husband didn't answer. Dale laughed, low and humorless. "5 years ago, your husband and I ran a little operation. Product moved through that unit. Money moved through his hands. Then the place got raided. Somehow he walked. Somehow I did 18 months upstate for a business that was half his. That's not," my husband started. "Don't," Dale said, and something hardened in his face. "You let me sit in a cell while you married her, bought this house, had a baby like none of it happened. I lost my job, my apartment, my girl left. You lost nothing. So now you're going to lose something too. Or you're going to pay me what that unit made us both, plus interest. Your call." I stared at my husband, waiting for him to say it wasn't true. He didn't. He stood there with his hands shaking at his sides, and that silence told me everything the denial never could. "Give me the baby," I said, my voice barely holding together. "Please. He has nothing to do with whatever you two did." Dale looked at the woman, then back at me, and for a moment something almost like guilt crossed his face. Then it was gone. "Your husband has 30 seconds to tell me where the money is, or we walk out this window with him." My husband stepped forward, hands open, and for the first time all night, he looked at me instead of Dale. "There's no money," he said quietly. "I spent it years ago. Rent, the wedding, the down payment on this house. I told myself I'd pay you back when I could. I never tried. I let you think I'd lost it too, so you wouldn't come looking." He swallowed hard. "That's the truth. I built this whole life on money that should have split 2 ways, and you paid for my half of it in a cell." The room went silent except for our son's crying. Dale's jaw worked like he was chewing on the words, deciding whether they made this better or so much worse. "So what now?" I whispered. "You still have my son." Dale looked down at the baby in his arms, small and warm and innocent of every choice the 2 grown men in that room had made. Something shifted in his face, exhaustion maybe, or the last thread of a conscience he hadn't fully buried. He set our son gently into the crib. "This isn't over," he told my husband, voice flat. "But I'm not that guy, not with a kid in the room." He nodded to the woman, and they went out the window the way they'd come, into the dark, gone before the first siren reached our street. My husband reached for me. I stepped back, my son cradled against my chest, and looked at the man I'd married, wondering how many other truths were still buried under our floor, and whether I could ever trust him to dig them all up.